all things.
Set yourself free. Life can be whatever you want it to be. Yeah. Do you believe in magic? Whatever you want, you could have it. Envision a life that's lavish. Real as a germ, no plastic. Control of my mind, control of my perception.
What's going on, y'all? It's SznLuv, SznLuv, that's SznLuv. How are you? How are you doing today? Are you well? That's good. That's good to hear. I'm so grateful to hear that. What's going on, y'all? For real. I think it's been... When was our last SznLifestyle video? Probably like earlier this year. I think... Was it like July? I think was my last SznLifestyle video. Since then, the past couple of months have been a whirlwind. Like literally, we're in the night season right now. Y'all already know I do not go by the Gregorian calendar and do not celebrate holidays, or as far as like, you know, these Gregorian calendar holidays. The whole Gregorian calendar does not exist in my reality. So if you're new here and you're watching this, yeah, we do that a lot. We reprogram. We very much do not live by capitalistic society's rules. Given we are of the ascensional frequency and we are choosing elevation. Feel me? That's completely different from capitalism, death culture, XYZ. But you get it. The girls that get it, the girls that get it, because I get it, because I get it. The ones that get it, and the ones that don't, I wish you ascension, period. You know, I always forget this fucking tattoo is here until I actually like look at it. Don't mind like the mess on, like there's like shadows, but like that's like from the window that I'm sitting in front of right now in my living room. But yeah, where are we at? Life updates, right? We always want some life updates. But yeah, welcome to another SznLifestyle video. On this episode, we are gonna be doing what we usually do. You know what I'm saying? You know, sitting down and I'm just vibing. Like I'm loving the vibes right now. You know what I'm saying? I haven't sat down and talked to the camera in a minute. But you know, it'll have the fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? Film, music, life. Film, music, lifestyle. You know, that's what I do. It's, you know, it's the film, it's the music, it's the lifestyle of it all. You know what I'm saying? And as an entrepreneur, obviously my job has so many different layers to it. You know what I'm saying? So as far as updates, let's start with music. So music this year for me has been really, really, really fun. And I feel that this year was a lot more, hey! My gosh. This year was a lot more personal for me in regards to like my music career. Or just like my everything, honestly, like my whole entire life. Like I feel like I've been in a state of immense gratitude for my choices and my sovereignty over my choices, and actually standing strong to what I want, who I am, and what I actually think and what I actually know to be true for myself.
It's time to meet your maker. Eagles in a paper. Let the shine run out your temple. We are one. Like the sun. Like the sun. Come into you that we're already one. You've been dancing with the devil. The shadows and the rubble. Sold your soul for a life as emotions taking over, the weight all on your shoulders, keeping you so low you could hardly breathe. And then you hate all on yourself, and then you go find someone else. You neglect run on just like a stream. Wake up from this dream, I felt my body belongs to me. Feed your mind, ground your soul just like a tree. Can we be like the sun? Like the sun. Convincing you that we're already one. Like the sun. Like the sun. And the sun to shine is only just begun. Like the sun.
So nice. I mean, really fire.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
That was the second take that I did. I had like a first take here, and I just decided to keep both of them just in case. But like during that part where that's not going to be a verse, I was just like doing that thing called scatting.
Mm-hmm.
Like practicing that. Yeah. I'm not gonna like sing fully today. I'm resting my voice today. But Thursday, like I can like come back and like work on this recording. If you want to ever like go on here, you can and like record your voice and stuff. Into the first take. The second one's really
Yeah, I think my verse is done. That's cool. I don't think I need to put anything else other than that.
beautiful.
Because then it goes back into yours. So maybe I can say a few words.
I think that it would sound really nice to hear your register like just on the melody. Like the sun. The sun.
Igual que el sol. Igual means like the same as well, but como also means like.
Mm-hmm.
So igual means the same. Como means like.
Let's see.
So I was hearing igual que el sol, or como el sol.
Okay. I like how you're saying
Igual que el sol, like igual.
like the sun.
Oh, that would be como el sol.
Well,
Pero igual is also like a beautiful word to use in that.
because you're still saying the same thing. We are the
In a
sun.
way, yeah, igual, the same as the sun.
I like that one because that's what we're saying. Like that. Because I could also say as the sun, but I feel like the sun feels like a little better.
And that's good.
And then you can reply with like we are the sun.
Or the same.
The same as the sun. Okay, I like that. That's beautiful. Ooh, ooh. I feel like film, and the reason I do film has a lot to do with how I grew up and understanding why I grew up that way. As a kid, I feel like I was such... Hey! Y'all see these babies fighting in the back? Ridiculous kitties, ridiculous. I am living in Georgia now, and that has been a really, really big shift, and again in alignment with just my entire career as an entrepreneur. And it's been very healing for my inner child to experience a juxtaposition to what I have been accustomed to my entire life. Like, I was born and raised in New York, y'all. Like, I have left the state a few times when I was younger. I used to go to camp in like New Jersey, and my biological pops used to live down south, like at one point in my childhood. So we would drive a couple hours down south, like to, I think it was South Carolina. So I've been there. And apparently I was on a plane before, like when I was like a baby, going to Union Islands. And I feel like I'm unlocking like memories of that from when I was a child, but I don't really remember. So like my first time being out of the country for real, like consciously, like as a being, like with sovereignty over my own self, like was when I went to DR back in 2023 to produce my thesis film for the film school that I was in. Well, the film intensive, really. It wasn't really a school, it was an intensive. Hi, Prince. You want to see? Look at this big boy. Your big self. I know I did. Like, I didn't do music video for Ego Killer. I did my own music video for Magic. Though, like, I know everybody, everybody loved that song. The team loved that song, and it was I felt that it was something that, the community wanted to partake in, but like I said, it's been a very personal year, I feel, that has allowed me to actually truly feel what sovereignty over my own choices like actually is like. Sovereignty to what is actually true to me, and that's pretty evident in like the words that I write in my songs. Being a songwriter is such a beautiful experience. Words are truly alchemy. But that very reason also leads into, why I make the films that I make. And I think this is the first time that I'm announcing it publicly, because I've announced it to my team and stuff, and I'm in like, my little producers intensive and whatnot on the low ski, but I'm in the middle of writing, in the development stages of my first feature film, and it's going to be a documentary called The Projects Project. Like, I think this is the first time that I'm like saying it on my YouTube channel, and for me that's like publicly announcing it, because I tell you guys everything, especially when it comes to my art craft. Facts. It's a documentary highlighting societal neglect through the lenses of public housing. So I really want to depict a story of the artificial evolution of society and how that has drawn us so far from who and what we actually are as divine beings, to the point where we treat each other in such malicious, tactfully malicious, and strategic, deteriorating ways. I want to open up a continuous discussion regarding my film. So I think that every time like I have like a SznLifestyle episode, I'm gonna be talking about it and diving into like just where I'm at in the story writing process, especially because this documentary is like collective research based. So I'm really coming from the perspective of wanting to learn and evaluate how people think and why they think that. The two main pillars in the story that we're going to be identifying are greed and gluttony. Because, you know, obviously if you know the quote-unquote 7 deadly sins, then you can understand these different pillars to be, how do I say, the pillars of malevolent forces that we can identify within our holistic existence, right? Some may call these the forces that be, you know. We know it to be, over like on my tribe side, what we are learning. We know it to be the Phantom Matrix. And if you want to know more about that, then I suggest that you tap into the Ascension Matrix, because the Ascension Matrix is really a big part of the truth telling that we are going to be able to depict within this film. So I'm really excited to get to the nitty-gritty of development, because though I am cultivating a package to pitch for grants and whatnot for the film, I also am 100% confident that this can and will be created for the people, by the people, because this is for us. And the incentive, the call to action is universal housing, a complete planetary rent freeze. Nobody should be paying for housing. That's step number one. There's so many different ways for universal housing to be manifested that are continuously neglected because of the principles of a capitalistic society, and how grounded everyone's perspective in our collective society is in paying for basic necessities. That money is an entire concept that was cultivated that only holds weight because we believe in it. A lot of individuals aren't even aware of that level of the psychosis. So imagine where some people are still existing, right? So I'm saying, like, we are living in a time where we can walk past somebody in a predicament that we would never want to be in ourselves. And as somebody that has experienced homelessness, living in a shelter, being evicted, XYZ, like, this is a story that means a lot to me. And I'm grateful to not only depict, you know, the story of NYCHA housing, because that's the specific public housing authority that I want to utilize within this story as a plot device for understanding the totality of our neglect. Because if you've seen some of the conditions in NYCHA, and again, I know firsthand because I have lived in it, literally subjected to live in it, because literally, where else am I gonna go? That's such a scary thought, right? Where am I gonna go? Where else am I gonna go? Not everybody has been put in a position to have to ask that question, but many have. And the disparity of knowledge within that is really something to be researched and analyzed. And that is something this is exactly what I want to showcase in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Understanding how we have been the projects and the experiments this entire time. Feel me? And we've been abandoned. We've been left for dead, basically, literally, because we've cultivated the mindsets of death culture and all these deteriorating things, right? You know, sometimes when speaking about it, I feel the need to ground a lot of things for the collective, as far as like ascension mechanics go, because that's the part that people may not be able to comprehend about this movie. It's not, you know, something to like, oh, look how bad these people are doing, did it all. The focus of this documentary is giving you the being, the person, you know what I'm saying, giving you awareness so that you can take back sovereignty over your own mental space, over the way that you choose and perceive the very realm that you are on. Because one can see that your choices and perception have been inherently compromised due to the things that you have been forced to be accustomed to, due to a lifestyle that has been projected onto you, right? Did you actually choose to have to go to the grocery store, or did you have to go to the grocery store because you probably don't know how to garden? Or you're not even allowed to have a full garden on your property, and you don't even have space for it because you live in, you know, the projects, literally. You know what I'm saying? Or you're homeless, so you no longer have access to like funds so that you can obtain food. So it's not like you can walk around and pick a fruit off a tree because there's no fruit trees. This is prison. We are prisoners of war. We are sleeping abductees, and that's not an affirmation, babe. That's an observation, okay? So, like I said, I want to talk about my film. I want to talk about the idea that I have here, and I also want to speak to individuals who are just as passionate about sustainable living as I am, because, you know, the whole entire consensus of this is, instead of apartment buildings, why not community housing? Organizing community in a way that gives us the opportunity to live sustainably off of our land. What does it look like for us to actually have access to gardens, access to space that doesn't have a bunch of beings, you know, living on top of us, below us, and beside us, right? These artificial structures is also something that we're going to be analyzing throughout this entire film, of, you know, how they came to be, why they came to be, and how unsustainable they have always been. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all should already know how that ties to NYCHA, because if you ever live in NYCHA housing facilities, you know, the amount of months that you have to wait for repairs, it's inhumane. If you're somebody that has experienced public housing, if you are somebody that is into sustainable living, sustainable architecture, if you are somebody that has studied the economist, I'm looking for planetary warriors over here who are for the planet and its ascension process and want to see our reflections living sustainably off of our land. If you are somebody that no longer wants to suffer, okay, then you are somebody that I would love to speak to, I would love to converse with, I would love to fill out some of the forums that I will be creating as these weeks go by, as I, like, you know, obviously finalize my package for the project, you know. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I want to hear how we could co-create, right? Because I'm operating from the space of oneness, and I understand that you are me just as I am you. So understanding the different aspects within collective consciousness is something that I love. So with that being said, that brings me into a beautiful segue into the other thing that I have produced that should be out by the time you're watching this. Should definitely be available for you to purchase. The SznLuv magazine, GetBaked Reflections. I made a magazine, guys. I cultivated it based off of campaign shoots. Like this campaign that we did back in 2023. Low-key started in the summer, but we definitely cultivated like a whole entire like fall and winter rollout. And I honestly, there's just nothing else to say. It's just if you want to get up to date with this ascension process, holistically on all fronts, then this magazine is definitely a keepsake that I recommend for all indigo children, all star beings of the planet. And I'm really excited for you guys to see it. I'm excited for you guys to have it. I'm excited for you guys to enjoy it. With that being said, I'm gonna end this video off here, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. All right? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Okay? And click that bell so you can get notified every time that I post. Okay? I have a bunch of playlists on here that you should be tuning into. There's probably videos popping up right now talking about, oh, recommend this. Oh, you probably would like that. You probably would. I'm sure that you would. You know what I'm saying? We got the GetBaked sessions. Okay? We got the Money Healing Monologues podcast. All right? We got this segment right here, SznLifestyle. Okay? Also got music. It's a music artist that's out on all platforms. That's a playlist that's here on YouTube. This is the only YouTube channel that should have SznLuv music. So if you see any other YouTube channel with my music trying to run up streams over there for my music, that's not me. Okay. What else? Facts. Okay, and then we got Lost Files. That's another playlist that I cultivated, right? And that's for music that isn't officially dropped, but it's like, I'm gonna drop it on my YouTube channel because it's like, hey, I love you guys. Let me give you some amazingness, even though I'm not really gonna like, you know, drop it everywhere and stuff like that. Unless you guys want it. Unless you guys like, because y'all really running up one of them, and I might. No, I'm not. If you ask me nicely, maybe I will. But is that all of them? Oh, and then I have community cleanses. Those are collective messages. Collective messages. I call them community cleanses. But if you're more familiar with collective messages, then okay. Sure. Call it what you want. But it's a cleanse and it's for the community. But yeah, I say keep up with the journey. That's all I can say. But I love you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Peace.